Shalom, y'all. This is Hawud. I'm on my way to the store. Listen, I know the book didn't upload yet. The reading I did because it was long. It was a long reading. That joint was long, but the information was staggering. I mean, the information was like mind blowing. You know what I'm saying? What was brought out, and then you were also able to see that they changed the names. They didn't want the people to know that they don't have no history, and this book proves that they didn't have no history because you see them for their fruits. You look at the fruits they produce, right? And what I was reading, it was showing you like what they were doing, the cruelty they were doing, drinking blood and all the other stuff. So everything they were doing, they sat there and they duplicated it and did the same thing to us. So, I mean, how much evidence do you need? You know what I'm saying? To know that they telling you that it's these people, and then you find out that it's somebody else. Because my thing is this: they trying to tell you that Genghis Khan or Genghis Khan took over Europe and everything. So if he was Oriental, then that means if they took over all that stuff, that means the Pope should be Oriental. He should be, because they ran down on everything. They ran down on that whole side. They even ran down on the so-called Jerusalem. So if that's the truth, and they saying that they Oriental, then that's what should be in the seat of Rome, Orientals. But it ain't. It's a people that just popped up out of nowhere that don't have a lineage. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna give you some food for thought. Yeah, so y'all, that book's serious, man. And I'm gonna skim through. I wanna read it, but I don't really have the time. So what I do is, I read. I read like 3 paragraphs, stop, go to another page, read a paragraph and that, just to get an idea of what's going on. And 9 times out of 10, I'll catch something. You know what I'm saying? And what that'll do is make me read the whole thing, because I don't have the time to sit back, and I can't sit back and read the whole book right now, because number one, I'm always at work, and and then when you do a video, and like this one I did, it's like an hour and 32 minutes long. The one I just did, it's gonna take damn near 3 hours to upload. And listen, just got a straight blessing, even though it ain't much, but a blessing is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So I go in 7-Eleven and I get me a Capio. The young guy that's in there, he like, "That's all you get?" I said, "Yeah." He told me, "Listen, go ahead, you got it, player." I said, "Dang, for real?" He said, "Look, man, you got it, bro. And it don't matter the size of the blessing, as long as it's a blessing." You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, you gotta be thankful for everything you get. You can't just be thankful for the gifts that's large and noticeable. And that's the problem with us too. We don't think the small things, like living. You should be happy you're alive. People don't even give thanks for that, man. And you know what? That's another thing too. This is where I know the destruction is going to start, because they up there tearing up everything, y'all. They up there tearing up everything. They said, the young guy just told me, in New York, they up there tearing up New York and stuff because of the election. You listen, Let me tell you something, man. Let me say this to y'all. You got a wicked idiot that just don't care what he say out his mouth. You know, they'll lie and tell you, oh, I did all this for them and all that. My thing is this: what did you do? I'm still in captivity. You still occupying my fucking ancestors' land. You know what I'm saying? So what did you do? Take your ass back to wherever the hell what hole you crawled out of, because I definitely believe y'all they subterranean creatures. I don't even think they from up this up this end. I think they from the lower end. You know what I'm saying? Take your asses back down there where y'all belong. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. And then you got the other muds, both of them. You got the prison pipeline motherfuckers, Kamala and Biden. And you got our people out here tripping. Telling you let this white motherfucker get on there and tell you ain't a naga because you ain't voting for him. That show you the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? The man show you he don't give a damn about y'all. And then the thing is this: your votes don't even matter. They know that. Whoever going in office. You really think that man sitting here scratching his fingers worrying about if he gonna get in office? They been knew when they was gonna get in office. They knew the year they was gonna get in office. So all this, our people out here running around, tearing up shit. Listen, that's the Most High got them doing that. You got some that's like me, and like the rest of us, and you got some that's fit for destruction. They're gonna be ones out here fighting, breaking up shit, getting killed by the military and everything. You're gonna have those. They're the ones he's gonna eradicate, and then you got some that's gonna go by the plagues. Because you gotta remember, he said he will not leave us all unpunished. So that means while he's putting foot in the heathens and Gentiles' ass, the ones of ours that don't want to come out of this shit, that love their Jesus, that they love their Allah, that's out here in them voters booths, you just showed the Most High. This is your last time. You just showed the Most High that your allegiance is towards Babylon. In America, and I'm not saying America's Babylon, but the system started over there with Rome, with the Vatican, the Holy Church, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? You just told him you are in allegiance with the wicked. The wicked do you dirty. You out here struggling. You live in a dirty house. You know, I'm talking about the ones that's out here doing, the broke niggas out here acting crazy. But you in allegiance with them. Because you get to rob, steal, and kill, and sell your drugs to your own people and destroy your people. You know, because some of our brothers, they love destroying their people. You know, you ask them, why you selling that shit to your people? I gotta eat. Damn, that's how you feel? That's how you feel? No, don't get me wrong. I did. But it ain't a day I don't pray and say, forgive me. And I repented. And I ain't talking about, I said, oh, forgive me, Father. I say that now. But I sat down and I took off my clothes and I put on sackcloth and I put dirt and shit all in my hair and in my face. I didn't give a fuck. Excuse my French, but I didn't. And I sat there and I fasted and I made sure not one drop of food or not one drip of water touched my lips until I felt that I couldn't take it no more. And I went to work doing manual labor. Yeah. And I rolled out for 3 days. Like, they was looking at me like, yo, what is that you got on? And it was in the summer. I'm sweating bullets. You hear me? I'm going through it. My skin all red and all irritated. I had bumps, like, little red, what they call them, hives bumps, like looking Johns. Yo, I was going through it, dog. I was hungry as hell. My mouth was dry as ever, but I rolled out. And what I used to do, I would take and put Blistex on my lips so you wouldn't see the dryness. And I wasn't walking around like I'm dying, like, oh, no, man, I went to work, you know. But, they would ask me, and I tell them, I'm trying something, you know what I mean? Because it's not for them to know what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? But I did that for my household, for the sins of my household, for my sins. And that's why I did it, because I knew that my wife wasn't going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because she done got deceived to the point where she thinks she could just say sorry. And a lot of us think that shit too. And this is just a straight out truth. If you can't say sorry to your wife for doing something wrong to her, the hell make you think you can just go to the Most High and say sorry? Some vague, no emotion, I don't give a damn sorry. And he's supposed to be cool with that. Man, yeah, alright. Getting on your knees praying, saying I'm sorry, that ain't nothing. He ain't trying to hear that. No, you gotta put yourself through something. I gotta see you suffer. Then I'll consider it. You know what I'm saying? And then if you really you feel bad about what you done, you should still be praying and saying, Father, forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Or when it crossed your mind. It's far and few people like that. Because all in all, they don't give a damn what the Most High feel or what he think. They all about them, what they want, and for the day. What can I get today? You know what I'm saying? And that's what them demons gonna be saying to them. What can I do to this motherfucker today? You know what I'm saying? Oh, however it go. And just imagine, those entities don't sleep. They don't rest. I mean, you ain't getting no break. So you telling me you going to suffer that, then sit there and not try to sleep with somebody's wife, not sleep with a woman out of wedlock, not steal, not kill, not get jealous when you see your neighbor pull up with a new car. You know what I'm saying? Covered in people's shit. Not running around worshiping paper and shit, like the stuff that you earn, money, not prostrating yourself to a damn stone or a rock, you know what I mean? A big ass Kaaba, going in front of a big old black stone building with people in it, and your ass prostrate and walking around another stone kissing it and shit. Like the stone gonna get up and say, good, my son, throwing rocks at it. Like, how do you not read these scriptures and know that that's dumb? You literally let somebody tell you this black rock is part of the Most High. He sent it down so you can kiss and hug it. A fucking rock. And then you got these motherfuckers where somebody sat down and sculpted a picture of an image of a fucking white man and put red paint all over it and fake nails in his arms and shit, and he looked like he going through it, and your simple ass getting up crying and hugging a damn statue. Some shit that's in somebody's imagination, because you cannot say he was crucified. Where the fuck was you at? You wasn't there. And then you looking at the timing. You look at the timing that they telling you that this happened, and then you looking at the area, it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So, like, man, listen. Like I tell people, say that shit. You sound like a fool. You sound like a fool. I'm gonna tell you something I do know. I know we in captivity. I know these people are killing us. I know that every country I go to, they call me out my name. I know when I go into a Chinese store in my neighborhood, they turn their face up at me and follow me around. I know that. I know I can read that same thing in the Bible in Deuteronomy 28. I know that. I know that these Spaniards did come here on ships. And I know they murdered and killed our people. I know that because there's documentation, there's paintings and everything. You know what I'm saying? And I know the Most High said he would send a savage ass people to do these things to you. And they were savage then and they're savage now. So these things I know. So either the white man that wrote that shit, so they trying to tell you, he was a smart motherfucker. He told on himself. But he did it all the way up to present day. So you tell me. So the divine inspiration that had them write this stuff down and tell, that's who you should be paying attention to. Not no fucking stone. Not some motherfucker on the cross that can't even save himself. Who he died for? Who he died for? Right? You saying he died for the Jews, right? So he died for the tribe of Judah. Because he ain't died for the tribe of Israel. Because they say he died for the Jews. Right? And this my thing. Right? What's the point of him dying all them thousands of years ago and our shit still getting burnt down? We still, they still came over here, did what they did. The Most High still plagued them. All this is happening. What is the point? What is the point of all that stuff? Him going through all that when nothing's changed? And then he died then he sends, Paul to the Gentiles, right? So they could be grafted in, right? Okay. Well, how about in the Torah? I don't read shit about no grafted in. I don't read nothing about that. I read that he says that he is going to buy you back. That's what he says. Isn't that what he says? Yeah. He said he's going to buy us back for nothing. Pretty much they going to say, take these motherfuckers. And he said that any Gentile that joins onto them, didn't say nothing about grafting themselves in my son's name. He says that joins to them will be servants and handmaids. They sitting there telling you something different. Yes, they are your brother and they sister, and yes, they do get some land to live on. But they will be your servants, but you treat them as a brother and a sister, if you know what I mean. So, again, how was that add up with what's going on now? Because if dude died, then the shit that we was doing, all them apostles going around telling the story, 12 apostles saving all these fucking alleged Israelites, right? Why did we turn around and do the same thing again? Dude, that literally, we got fucked around that time, so they say, But I'm gonna tell you, I see something. I see that the temple was burned down during the time of Nebuchadnezzar. And then I see that it was burned down again during this time. But there were a lot different nations in on that one joint. And I see that the captivities of us done happened 3 to 4 different times. It may not seem like it's one. It might seem like it's one captivity, but are you sure? Because you got us over here in captivity under these wicked ass people. You got our people over on the other side in Africa in captivity under somebody else. Yeah, they in Africa, but they still in captivity. You got people, Russians, they the ones over there, they're in captivity. They can't come home, You got to show proof that you live here to come here. So, you're in captivity. Our people at the four corners of the earth under captivity under different people. And China and Japan, they hate our damn guts. And you can tell by their cartoons and shit. So, again, Let me explain this to you. The reason why we're gonna fly on the shoulders of ham is because number one, they have mixed us in with ham. So they're not gonna be able to distinguish ham from us. So this is why all the melanated people are going to come together and fuck these pale motherfuckers up. Because it seems that they are in number as much as they pretty much almost even number with us. You know, not just us. I'm talking about almost every melanated race between them and the what they call Chinese. You know, the yellow ones, the pale yellow ones, because they not the true Orientals. No, the true Orientals are melanated. Look at a Vietnam, a Viet Cong. They dark as shit, man. Yeah, man. I remember I used to go to this coffee store every day around my me and my wife lived in the same house, right? And the Vietnam lady, she was light. She wasn't white, but she was light enough. Put it that way. But the older lady was fine. The husband was cool. You know, he used to pay me to do shit for him. You know, hire me to do little jobs for him and everything. You know, but the other lady, oh, she used to be on my ass. Like, she was trying to get at me, you know. Like, one time she, like, you know, shot a little clip at me. Like, asked me, could she take me somewhere? And I said, oh, I'm married, honey. And she said, me too. I said, oh, I don't do that. And I damn sure ain't, you know what I mean? No, thank you. I told her, I said, oh, I don't do that. So, she felt embarrassed, right? So, what I did was I checked her. I said, you know, you made vows to a man. I said, you need to honor him. And don't dishonor him by trying to go at your lust. I mean, you probably looking at pictures of us, and you know how them ladies think. They think with their flesh. They don't think anywhere else. So I told her, I said, you need to, you know, go honor your husband for real, because with you, that's not cool. And I would never do nothing like that. I'm not gonna do that. I done took time and built up all this, even though my shit fell apart anyway. But I'm not gonna let it fall apart for some dumb shit I'm doing. Nah, that's stupid. When you become a man, you put away childish things. And if you're a grown man, you done put 20, 30 years in with a woman and built a home and all, and your ass can not stop laying up with little girls, well, not little girls, but, you know, immature women and everything, then something wrong with you, bro. I mean, you got the mind of a child. And you're going to destroy everything you put all your time in. And for any man that sit there and say, I don't give a fuck, he a liar. He a liar. Because how you can't? You done put 20-something years in. You done built a home, cars, and like, come on, man. Children, everything. Come on, man. Like, it comes a time where, as a man, that should not be on your mind. Your lust should be for your wife. You should get hot for your wife. It's no way another woman should come along and have your attention. Because number one, when you're married, your wife learns how to please you. So there's things she do that is actually satisfying to you. You know what I'm saying? It could be her from rub her finger down the middle of your back. It don't matter. These are things that she done learned that makes you happy. You're not going to get that with some random ass woman. And then you sit there and you do the deed. The first thing you're going to say after you do it, I shouldn't have did that. Because guess what? Now you're not satisfied. You might be satisfied physically, but mentally, you're dead. And you know you are, and that shit going to eat you up. But you're a weak man, you're going to keep doing it. Because you're weak and you're falling into your bodily lust. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that you're going to get emotionally and physically satisfied from a strange woman. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. This is why when you know your wife is about to, you know, open up the floodgates for you, your ass happy. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you're going to have satisfaction both ways. So all that shit, excuse me, I need to stop cursing now. But all that stuff these brothers be talking on, man, whatever. I'ma keep it 100. When you with a woman for a long time, she knows how to satisfy you both ways. That's cut, dry, and period. So if that's a whole with that, that is that that's put you to sleep. Let me put it to you like that. So why would you, as a man, go run to something you don't know nothing about? She don't know nothing about you. To do that, to destroy all what you built, and then now you get caught. Now you got that crazy thought in your mind about another man laying with you. Like, come on, man. What's the point? It's stupid. So that's for every man that's sitting there that don't have the strength to say, I'm not doing that to my wife. And then my thing is, how do you say you love somebody, but you doing that shit? That's not love. No, man. You can't love somebody because my thing is you wouldn't want it to happen to you. So why would you do it to them? That don't make sense to me. You know, it don't make sense. You know, and as we grow and we learn, this right here, what I'm saying to y'all right here, this should be, it should be nothing to you. That shouldn't even be a thought to you. There's nowhere in the world, me and my wife is together, I'm gonna sit there and look at some girl talking about, damn. No, I don't even do that now because my mind ain't on them. I ain't got time for that. I don't want to get to know nobody. I'm just straight out with y'all. I don't care right now. My focus on is getting right and making sure I'm trying to keep these commandments. That's my main objective. Forget meeting somebody. I don't feel like that right now. It's too much work. You know, it's too much. I'm cool. I would rather I'm rather stay where I'm at and focus on the Most High. That's what I want to do. And if anybody, wondering if I have those urges, let me just tell you something. If you focus, that don't even, it's not even gonna come across your mind. The only time it'll come across your mind is if, like, you come around your wife, person you lay with, it'll come across your mind because the satisfaction. You know that you was getting satisfied by your wife both ways. That's the only way it's gonna come across. But there's no way it should come across your mind with a strange woman. It is no way. Because then that's not a healthy lust. That is a wicked lust. And once you start feeding into that, you're going to keep doing it. It's just straight out. And see, me, I don't care what somebody think. I don't care what somebody say. They can tell me, oh, you scared. I don't care. Yeah, I am scared. You're right. I don't want to fall into what people's going to fall into. I don't. You know what I mean? So, I'm cool. You know what I mean? Again, when you become a man, you put away childish things. That's just like I could be right now, and a female come and try to I'm gonna put my hand out, just like Daniel, and put her ass on pause. Oh, take that somewhere else. Don't come over here with that, cause I'm not biting. You know what I mean? Number one, I don't know you. Number two, I'm not married to you. No, thank you. You know, what comes out of my mouth now is thus says the Most High. If it ain't got nothing to do with the law, and if it's not in the guidelines of the law, you can forget it. I'm not doing it. And I'm gonna tell you something. Anybody that's listening to these videos to me, and they know me personally, they'll tell you that nigga will quote scriptures on you so damn fast it don't make sense. And that's the way it's gonna be. You try to get me to do something, I'm gonna think of those laws. And if it's outside of that law, I'm not doing it. And I'm gonna let you know, thus says the Most High, I'm not playing. You know? That's like the other day, one of my friends I met with him or whatever like that. He asked me, hold a couple of hours or whatever, right? So I go up there and meet with him. He's outside. He's outside driving around, drinking beers. And I told him, I said, you waking up, even though you don't wake up in the morning consuming a beer. I said, but a beer or a drink is like downtime. I said, you're sitting here, you're outside, you're drunk. You know what I'm saying? I said, which is against the laws of the Most High. That's what I tell him. And then, I let him know that you are not supposed to be intoxicated in public. Even you don't even supposed to allow yourself to get like that. He like, I know. Yeah, but you're doing it. You need to go home, bro. You know? And my thing is this, and if you don't go home, that's your problem. I told you. Just like while we were standing there, he looked at this girl, right? And he like, damn, look at her. I said, I said, yo, that's not your wife, man. I said, then you don't see that man with her? I said, you up here covered in this man's woman. Like, what is wrong with you? Oh, man, you tripping. And it's funny, right? Every time you quote the word of the Most High, the first thing come out their mouth, oh, you on that church shit. I don't go to no churches. No, don't do that. I'm on that Most High shit. That's what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man, how people will try to manipulate you. But I'm on the Most High, man. I'm cool. Listen. That's what I'm doing. I ain't doing nothing else. I'm cool, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit there and look at a woman and say that she ain't got a husband. You don't know her. Don't matter if she by herself or not. You don't know her. And we did not meet women like that. You would go to your father's brother or to another kinsman to their father, and you would arrange like a booty for them, like you would pay for the daughter, pay for the hand, like you would give the father what you would call a dowry for his daughter's hand. And then before you get married, you had a year to go build a home for her. To go set up, build a home, have some land, a house, and actually she had to have two houses. She had to have one for when she's, cool, and another one for when she's on her cycles, because she has to separate from you and be in the other house, because the sheets would be defiled if y'all laid on them, because her body's cleansing itself, and she would have to have a maid there helping her. So it's a lot. So like, even with that right there, right, how is you talking about keeping feast days if there's all a certain way that you have to deal with your wife when she's on her cycle? There's a whole nother situation that you got to deal with your wife when she's on her cycle, but you talking about keeping feast days when you read clear as day that the Most High say he will choose the place where you will have the feast of so forth and so on, Passover, Feast of Tabernacles, all these feasts. What are you doing? Then mostly all the feasts had a sacrifice. You supposed to get, actually I think either you get one, a lamb of the first year, I think it's female, unblemished, to sacrifice, and the Levites are to do it. But you up in the store buying a damn pack of lamb. Talking about, come on, y'all. When he says, keep my commandment statutes, my law, statutes, and commandments, right? He's not telling you, oh, try to do this for me. No. He's telling you, do my shit the way I said do it. And right now, captivity, Sabbath. You are to keep Sabbath. Sabbath. You can't even keep the Day of Atonement because you're supposed to sacrifice. So the only way you can do, you can what you want to call an atonement is if you repent, and that'll be your atonement, because you have to fast and put on sackcloth. And if the sin is great, you gotta cut all the damn hair off. Your hair on your head, no. So you think about it. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is this. What are you trying to keep feast days for if you can't keep them? You don't know that you can't say this is the day, this is that, because the times, the hours are all jacked up. Do you know that I saw the full moon for 3 days? Yeah. No, 2 nights straight. And you're not going to sit there and tell me, oh no, it was waning. No, it wasn't. Because I got I might have to show it to y'all, but I got a little thing. It's a certain center of the moon, and I got it cut out. So you could flip it over, or you could turn it the other way. So when it's waning down like it is now, it's a little arm that comes down and it actually does that. So I put it on the moon, and that thing was full. So you see what I'm saying? But that could have been the most I put in the days in order too. Just like, how do you sit there and say you use the moon for the feast days? Okay. And that's all you do. Because I read that it's for